Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Finishing up the Monkish anniversary beers, courtesy of my man Craig. I appreciate you, brother. Last but not least, M9.3. I figured I'd save the triple IPA for last, because that's just what we do. Aren't you supposed to do that? Like, when you drink multiple beers, you drink them in like lowest to highest ABV. Is that a thing, or did I just make that up in my head? This is a per the label 10.3% alcohol by volume. It's funny because usually Monkish triples are 10 or 10.1. This one's 10.3. It says anniversary triple IPA with Phantasm. 9.2 had Phantasm. We talked about it a little bit. I don't know exactly what Phantasm is. It's made from, it's a New Zealand thing that's made from grapes. And that the first beer that we had with Phantasm was delicious. I don't think it's a hop. It's some sort of something that they add to it. So whatever, to the beer. I don't know. Don't care. I just know it's delicious. So canned on, oh man, this is on the lip of the thing. I think this was March 10th, March 9th, maybe somewhere around there. March 5th? They did like a release the whole week, I think. I think this says the 5th, Monkish Skate Company. I don't know what the thing, I talked about last year reviews, don't know what the whole thing, but like behind the skateboarding thing is. Monkish has never done skateboarding thing that I've remembered. Maybe they have, I don't recall right now, but yeah. Monkish, in my opinion, makes the best hazy triple IPAs. Fuck, Monkish makes the best hazy beers. I mean, in my opinion. There's a lot of people who will disagree with that. They think Monkish is hype, they think Monkish is whatever, but I think that they make the best. So we are using our Monkish anniversary proper glassware because beer tastes better out of said glassware. I know I say this every single time. If you're new, triple IPAs, I drink them ice cold out of the fridge. I do not let them warm up. Single and double IPAs that are hazy, I let them warm up. I set them out for about 15-20 minutes, let the chill come off them. I do not do that with triple IPAs. So if you have had this beer and you're watching this video, your tasting notes may vary from mine if you let your beers sit out and come to room temperature. I don't do that with triple IPAs. So like I say, I will never tell you how to drink your beer. That's just how I do it. I don't like when triple IPAs get warm because they usually get boozy and sweet, and I'm just not a big fan of that. So when they're cold like this, you still get everything out of the beer, in my opinion, without like that sweetness and without the booziness. So that's what I do. And this looks just like the other, it's glowing. It looks just like the other beers that we drank. It looks like peach juice, pineapple juice, finger of rocky, bright white head. All three of these heads have been like really rocky, kind of like poppy bubbles. A lot of times with Monkish beers are like super tight. These are not, but they all look the exact same. I mean, it's consistency for the last three beers. So let's go ahead and shove our fat nose in. Don't know the hops in this one either. I didn't look any of these up beforehand. I probably should have. I was looking at what Phantasm was because I wasn't sure. So let's smell it. This smells like Nelson to me. This smells earthy. This smells dirty. This smells grape skin. This smells like musty. I joked about it when Jared was here. What did we say? It smelled like a locker room after football practice. It smells musty, like it smells sweaty. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it smells like. I wonder if there's Nelson in this. What was the beer? There was a beer we drank, and I was like, oh, this smells like a Nelson beer, and I know there's not Nelson. And my buddy Matt was like, he labeled or he named all the hops that were in that beer, and Nelson was not in it, and that's fine. I'm wrong about beer all the time. And that's why it's fun to drink these without knowing what's in them, because I think there's different combinations of hops that give off different aromas, and sometimes I've learned that there's combinations of hops used together that smell like Nelson to me. This smells like a Nelson beer. It's just so vinous and so grapey and so musty. That's all I'm smelling. Like, I don't smell anything that's like West Coast. I don't smell booze, which is awesome. I don't smell any kind of citrus aspect of this. I just smell what reminds me of Nelson. So let's go and taste it. Craig, cheers. Thanks, bro. So we've talked about this a little bit last few Monkish triples. These beers tell you that they're over 10%. This beer has a little bit of alcohol sweetness on it. I'm not mad at that. It's 10.3%. It's hard to hide that. But this, like, a lot of times we'll drink beers and we're like, oh, this doesn't taste like an 8% beer. This doesn't taste, the last beer we had didn't drink like a 9% beer. This drinks every bit of 10.3%. It's thick, it's heavy, it's a triple IPA. This is a big, big beer, and you can just tell, you know, when you, from the first sip of it. But everything I was smelling, it's grapey, it's vinous, it's earthy, it's dirty, it's musty, it's awesome. There is, I don't know the best way to describe that, because it's not like hot bitterness, but there's something on like the back of my tongue that's saying this is beer. But don't think of something like you're used to with West Coast IPAs, like Stone, that gets intensely bitter, or super like resinous or something like that. I don't know what that is, but there's just something on the finish of that that's saying this is beer, this is not juice. And there is like a sweetness on the finish of that that's saying this is 10.3% beer. This, I mean, this is, I love Nelson hops so hard, and this is, I mean, it might be the Phantasm that's doing that, but this is giving me serious hashtag Nelson boner vibes, and I love it. You have to love, there's so many people who I talk to like, I don't like Nelson, I don't like Nelson, I don't like Nelson. Like, it's such like, that hop is so, it's a polarizing hop, I think. I feel like Nelson's like a love it or hate it kind of a thing. There's not, I don't feel like I've talked to anyone who's like, I kind of like it, I'm kind of into Nelson, you know, take it or leave it. Like, it's either I fucking love Nelson really hard, like me, I'm hashtag Team Nelson, my fucking dog's name is Nelson, or there's people who are like, I fucking hate Nelson. So you have to like that grapey, vinous, white winey Nelson thing that you're getting from this beer. Like I said, it could be the Phantasm that comes from grape skins, like that might be what we're smelling, but it offers like this musty, dusty, dirty thing that, like I said, you have to like that if you want to like this beer. I'm gonna look this up when I'm done just to see what people are saying about it. I bet you there's people who say they don't like this beer just because of the vibe that it gives off. I love Nelson, so I love this beer. Like I said, it tells you it's 10%, but it's not like a chore to drink. It's not like, it's not hot in my chest, it's not warming, it's just, it's thick, it kind of, I don't want to say syrupy, but it's like viscous, kind of a little bit of booze on the back end of the finish of that. It says, hey, I'm a triple IPA, and you're fucked when you're done drinking this. So, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. I love this beer, but I also love the Nelson vibe that I get from it. So, like I said, I don't mean to repeat myself. This is my third beer review in a row. 8.2, 9%, now 10.3. I kind of get rambly like towards the end of the night. I got a bunch more beers to review tonight. It's gonna get ugly. It's just what we do. I drink these beers so you guys don't have to. But this is fucking awesome. Fantastic stuff. So we will leave it at that. We are done with the Monkish anniversary beers, and this was a good one to end on. So M9.3, good stuff. Craig, I love you, bro. Thanks for sharing these. If you guys have had this beer with this awesome label and these awesome like little skateboarding beer cans, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you guys are Team Nelson, let me know about that too. All you gotta do is put hashtag Nelson Boner in the comments, and I'll know that you like Nelson as much as I do. So I'm out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all